What's good, Purple Warriors? Your loyal correspondent here with some explosive news that's about to shake the entire foundation of our beloved Minnesota Vikings. I'm talking about developments so massive, so game-changing that they're going to have every single member of Skol Nation talking for weeks. Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you involves 3 earth-shaking stories that are interconnected in ways you can't even imagine right now. We're talking about decisions that could make or break our championship dreams. Moves that have front offices across the league scratching their heads, and financial maneuvers that are straight-up genius level. First, we've got a running back situation that's got everyone second-guessing themselves. And trust me, when you hear the numbers involved, you're going to lose your mind. Then there's a familiar face trying to find a new home, but plot twist. He might just end up back where he belongs with us. And finally, we've got some serious money magic happening behind the scenes that could change everything about how we build this championship roster. But here's the thing, Skol Nation. I need you to buckle up because this ride is about to get wild. Make sure you're following along. Drop a comment if you're as fired up as I am, and hit that notification bell because you do not want to miss a single update on these developing stories. The first bombshell involves our veteran running back who just had the best season of his entire career. But there's a twist that's going to make you question everything you thought you knew about smart roster construction. Are you ready to find out why some people think we might have made a huge mistake? Hold on to your horns, Skol Nation, because the story I'm about to tell you is going to have you both celebrating and pulling your hair out at the same time. Our very own Aaron Jones, yes, the former Packers legend who became our legend, just got locked up for 2 more years in purple and gold. And the numbers are absolutely staggering. This man just delivered the performance of a lifetime for us. We're talking 1,138 rushing yards, a career high that had him looking like he found the fountain of youth right here in Minneapolis. He played all 17 games, fought through bumps and bruises like the warrior he is, and never once left us hanging when we needed him most. The man was reliable, explosive, and everything we could have asked for in a veteran leader. Kevin O'Connell looked at this production and said, "We're doubling down," locking up Jones for 2 years at potentially $20 million. But here's where it gets crazy, Skol Nation. They also went out and traded for Jordan Mason from the 49ers to give us that depth we've been craving. On paper, this looks like championship-level planning. But wait, there's more. While we were securing our backfield, we had to let Cam Akers walk as a casualty of these moves. Now, Akers wasn't setting the world on fire, but he was solid depth, and losing him meant we needed Mason to step up in a big way. The question is, did we upgrade or just shuffle the deck chairs? Here's where this story takes a turn that's going to make your blood boil, Skol Nation. While we're celebrating our Jones extension, guess what just happened across the league? Nick Chubb, yes, that Nick Chubb, just signed with the Houston Texans for a measly $2.5 million with a max of only $5 million. Are you kidding me right now? This is the same Nick Chubb who, when healthy, is arguably one of the most punishing runners in the entire NFL. Sure, he's coming off injury concerns, but at 28 years old, he's actually a year younger than our Jones. The man is a between-the-tackles monster who could have been wearing purple for pocket change. Now, I'm not saying our front office made a mistake. Jones proved his worth and earned every penny of that extension. But when you see a player of Chubb's caliber available for what amounts to lunch money in NFL terms, you have to wonder, did we miss out on the steal of the century? Houston just got themselves a potential game changer while we're paying premium prices for our veteran. The real test is going to be this season. Skol Nation. Will Jones continue this career resurgence, or will age catch up to him? Will Mason prove he's worth the trade, or will we miss Akers more than we thought? And most importantly, will we be watching Chubb dominate in Houston while wondering, what if? But that's not even the craziest part of this Vikings saga. Because while we're debating running back decisions, one of our former players is making moves that could bring him right back into our orbit. Are you ready for the next chapter of this purple-tinted drama? Skol Nation, if you thought the Aaron Jones situation was wild, buckle up, because the Cam Akers story is about to blow your minds. This is the kind of NFL drama that proves truth is stranger than fiction, and it's happening right under our noses. Let me paint you the picture of this incredible journey. Akers came to us not once, but twice, and each time, it was like watching a phoenix rise from the ashes. This man has been through more career-threatening injuries than most players see in a lifetime, yet here he is, still fighting for his place in this league. Remember when we first traded for him, back in his rookie contract days? The former Rams running back was looking for a fresh start after falling out of favor in Los Angeles. But just as he was finding his groove with us, bam, torn Achilles. Most players would have called it quits right there, but not Akers. Then came the sequel nobody saw coming. Last season, after spending time with Houston, we brought him back to Minnesota, and this time he actually contributed. In his 18 total games wearing purple over 2 seasons, Akers racked up 435 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, plus 21 catches for 122 yards and 2 more scores through the air. Not mind-blowing numbers, but solid production from a guy who many thought was done. Now here's where this story gets absolutely insane. Skull Nation. While we're all focused on our new backfield setup with Jones and Mason, Akers is down in New Orleans this week, trying out for the Saints at their mandatory minicamp. That's right. The man who twice found a home in Minnesota is now looking to join the black and gold. But here's the kicker that's going to make you think twice about everything. The Saints' running back room is looking pretty thin behind Alvin Kamara. You know, the same Kamara who ruined our Christmas a few years back with that absolute clinic he put on at US Bank Stadium. Behind him, they've got some unproven rookies and former busts trying to make their mark. This means Akers could easily slide into that RB2 role in New Orleans, giving him the opportunity and touches he's been seeking throughout his career. But here's what's really grinding my gears. SKOL Nation. We could still be an option for him if the Saints pass. Think about it. Even with Mason in the mix, Akers would still be ahead of Ty Chandler in our depth chart, a guy whose job Akers literally stole in back-to-back seasons. Plus, he's got that history with Kevin O'Connell dating back to those Rams days, and he knows our system and our players better than almost anyone. The question that's keeping me up at night is this. Are we making a mistake letting a proven veteran with championship experience walk away to a division rival? Sure, Akers isn't the flashiest player, but the man has shown he can contribute when healthy. And depth is everything in this league. But wait, Skull Nation, because there's one more twist to this story that's going to change how you think about our entire offseason strategy. While we're debating running backs and watching former players try out for other teams, our front office just pulled off a financial maneuver so brilliant, it's going to give us options we didn't even know we had. Are you ready for the grand finale? Skull Nation, what I'm about to tell you is going to make you appreciate Kwesi Adofo-Mensah on a completely different level. While we've been focused on running backs and roster moves, our general manager has been playing 4D chess with the salary cap. And the payoff just hit our books like a lightning bolt. Remember when we released Garrett Bradbury back in March after signing Pro Bowl center Ryan Kelly? At the time, it seemed like a straightforward upgrade, out with the old, in with the proven veteran. But Kwesi had a master plan brewing that just came to fruition, and it's absolutely genius. Here's the magic, Skull Nation. Thanks to the NFL's post-June 1st designation rules, we just gained an additional $5.25 million in cap space. That means our roughly $13 million in available space just jumped to nearly $19 million. Do you understand what this means for our championship aspirations? Let me break down this financial wizardry for you. Instead of taking the full salary cap hit for Bradbury immediately, Kwesi structured the release as a post-June 1st cut, which spreads the dead money across multiple seasons. It's like getting a massive loan with incredible terms. We get the money now when we need it most, and the cost gets spread out over time. But here's where this story gets absolutely electrifying. With $19 million burning a hole in our pocket, we're not just sitting on this money, we're actively hunting for impact players. The rumor mill is buzzing about potential targets, and one name that's got everyone talking is Rasul Douglas. This isn't just any cornerback, SKOL Nation. We're talking about a proven veteran who's made plays in big moments throughout his career. Douglas could be the missing piece that takes our secondary from good to elite. But here's the million-dollar question that's dividing our fan base. Do we spend this money now, or do we save it for next season, when we might have even bigger needs? The argument for spending is simple. we're in our championship window right now. With Justin Jefferson in his prime, Aaron Jones still producing, and Kevin O'Connell's offense clicking on all cylinders. Why wait? Adding a player like Douglas could be the difference between a playoff run and a Super Bowl parade down Nicollet Mall. But the argument for patience is equally compelling. Next season, we might face bigger decisions with contract extensions and free agency needs. Having this money available could give us the flexibility to retain our own stars or make even bigger splashes in free agency. This is the kind of decision that defines franchises. SCOL Nation, do we go all in on this season, betting that our current core can bring home that elusive Lombardi trophy? Or do we play the long game, building for sustained success over multiple seasons? What makes this even more intense is that every day we wait, other teams are making moves that could impact the market. If Douglas signs elsewhere, we might be kicking ourselves for not acting fast enough. But if we rush into a signing and it doesn't work out, we've wasted precious resources that could have been used more effectively. Here's what I know for sure. SCOL Nation, Kwesi has positioned us perfectly for whatever decision comes next. Whether we're aggressive buyers in the coming weeks or patient builders for next season, we have the financial flexibility to make championship-level moves. The Aaron Jones extension shows we're committed to winning now. The Cam Akers situation proves we're not afraid to make tough roster decisions. And this salary cap masterpiece demonstrates that our front office is thinking 3 steps ahead of everyone else. So what do you think, SCOL Nation? Should we use this newfound wealth to bring in Rasul Douglas and go all in on 2025? Or should we save our ammunition for the bigger battles that might be coming next season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button if this financial wizardry has you as excited as I am, and make sure you're subscribed because the Vikings championship window is wide open, and we're not missing a single move. One thing's for certain, between the running back chess match, the Akers drama, and this salary cap sorcery, this offseason has already been more entertaining than most seasons. Are you ready to ride this purple wave all the way to February? Because with moves like these, SCOL Nation might finally be heading